Very good evening to everybody, and welcome to this next in our Music Revival online series of live streams. This is Wednesday, the 2nd of March. Christopher Daigan coming to you from my home once again in KwaZulu-Natal. This is our live stream number over 200. I think I'm losing count somewhere, I think 202 or 203. And I hope that you can join us for the next hour. This is another in our program of piano hour sessions, and so this evening I'm playing a very varied program of world cafe music, and I have chosen a particularly light and easygoing selection of music of just very pleasing, simple, somewhat energetic but very unchallenging and uncomplicated sounds for you this evening. For various reasons, I think we all need just that moment of respite. As I said last week, I was just thinking that the lockdown, even though the lockdown is not coming to an end, it seemed to me that maybe the need for these live streams was no longer necessary. Of course, then a few things changed in certain parts of the world, and suddenly it seems like we might be needing these live streams and the support and the respite and the relief that actually this hour of music might bring to many more than ever. So thank you to everyone who is supporting me, and thank you, of course, to our very special major supporters who have supported me again this very week. I'm very, very grateful always for your support, and I hope you enjoy this evening's music. And of course, Lucy is here already, and we'll say hello in a minute. I was playing. I sometimes find some very interesting ideas and little improvisation that I was playing there in the beginning I quite liked. So I thought, well, let me just explore it a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed just a spontaneous sound. I might even come back to that at the end. I'm going to play in this World Cafe program again. Then a selection of music that I know quite well from my memory, and from various parts of the world: South America, North America, various parts of Europe, and even some of my own pieces and improvisations. So I'm going to start off with an Ernesto Nazareth Brazilian tango called Rebelicio. Rebelicio referring to a title, a particular hip movement in the actual Brazilian tango dance. It's a very charming, very not too energetic, but sort of with a certain poise and a certain kick in it. Very charming piece by Ernesto Nazareth. After that, I am going to play the very beautiful and very evocative, gentle, very sweet Nocturne Opus 9, the very famous Nocturne by Frédéric Chopin in E-flat, Opus 9, number 2, and ending off the selection of 3 pieces with the wonderfully innocent, charming Allegro, the first movement Okay. Well, that little message from version of that later. 3 movements, K545, Sonata Facile by Mozart. Before that, I played the beautiful Nocturne Opus 9, number 2 by Frédéric Chopin in E flat, and starting off that selection with Rebellitio by Ernesto Nazareth. Hello, little Luce. Have you played that little Mozart? You did try it once, but you found it quite challenging. You found all those delicate runs up and down the keyboard quite tricky. And yes, Lucy went for a trip to see Dr. Peter this afternoon in Howick. So it was quite a trip, and Lucy's not a big fan of being in the car. Hey, Luce, but you're all right, and everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be just fine. Thank you, Lucy. You'll come through. We'll speak to Lucy later on. She went for the parlor yesterday too. So Lucy's looking all very spruced up, washed, and you might even notice a little bow in her hair. I'm going to continue with our selection of music on this Wednesday piano hour evening. It's very light, just easygoing classics, as well as some other music interleaved between that. I'm going to start again with more Chopin, this time the beautiful waltz, celebrated waltz in E flat, the first of his published waltzes. This is such a charming piece of music, full of elegance and grace, and just flies off the keyboard usually, if it goes well, in its best possible way. After that, I am going to play the very restful and tranquil, well-tempered clavier. The tempered meaning referring to the temperament, the way in which the keyboard was tuned, that Bach was trying to demonstrate by writing these 24 preludes and fugues, one in each key, major and minor. He was trying to demonstrate that the temperament, the tuning of the keyboard, if it was tuned in the way that he intended, it meant that you could play in every single key. So that refers to the temperament, the tuning of the keyboard, the well-tempered clavier, and of course this is the opening prelude, the very famous prelude in C. And then I'm going to end off the section of 3 pieces with one of my own pieces, a children's song. It has a very simple rhythm, a very simple, sustained, layered sound to it, and a little repeated note, little repeated riff, you might say, that comes back again and again and again. It's not a piece that I often play, but I think it'll fit into this program quite well. very contrasted idea is the waltz in E flat, opus 18, sometimes known as the Grand Waltz brilliant Grand Waltz. Opus 18, a number of beautiful melodies strung together, that opening return comes back and then ends off with the brilliant coda or tail piece. After that, I played Prelude, the opening improvisation around a piece of my own, shall I say, called Children's Song, and some very layered very simple. It's actually already only two chords consistent there, but very interesting layers of sounds and sequencing. Yes, Lucy's back again. So Luce is going to have to turn around. Look, Luce, show everyone your pretty bow. Look, Luce, look, you've got a bow in your hair, because Lucy went to Wags and Tails Parlour yesterday, just down the road, and they very kindly look after Lucy, and she comes back smelling sweet and blow dried, and her hair is trimmed and everything is looking, yes, just like when you were at Switzerland finishing school. It's all just perfect when you come out. We're going to say hello to the others just in a minute. So I'm going to go on and finish this evening's program with three some extended pieces. I start off with another Chopin. I've got a Chopin in each of the selections, three selections this evening. This is the Mazurka flat major, a very famous Mazurka. It's a very charming melody, and has that particular Polish rhythm, similar to a waltz, but with a slightly uneven gait, slightly different stress with the 3 beats in the bar. And in the middle section, you'll hear this unusual sound of very exotic and a kind of drone, almost like a bagpipe in the bass. A drone instrument that plays this unusual note and this very unusual scale. And of course, this is Chopin trying to replicate and bringing in the very authentic and very folk-like influence of the real country folk music of his homeland, Poland, into musical style, you might say, with marches and very straightforward 2 beats in the bar, but then mixed up with the amalgamation of the more complex African rhythms as brought together in America from the slave music, and here a combination of sounds into ragtime, the early form of jazz, with Scott Joplin's elite syncopations. Very brilliant and I think very cleverly written piece of Scott Joplin. And then I end off this improvisation around a popular tune, a popular melody, which I think has a very grounded, almost spiritual effect to it. I won't tell you what it is, but I'm sure you will recognize, and you'll obviously see the title when it comes up at the end.
I think it's saving to audio.
bringing an end to this piano hour session of very easygoing, generally very easygoing, but familiar music without much challenge, no challenging drama in the music. I thought we all needed something a little bit cleaner and a little bit calmer this evening. So I hope you've enjoyed that selection. Of course, if you are able to support me, please do visit my donate page at musicrevival.co.za, where you'll find all the links to various platforms and subscriptions options. Thank you once again to Barry for the technical support. Thank you to everyone who has been supporting me. We have a new program of concerts. My email will be going out this week. It'll be on my website probably in a day or two. I have a program of French music for this Saturday evenings in concert session, and then next week some very beautiful and sustained melodies for piano hour, as well as carrying on in our program of some lesser known pieces, some well-known pieces, some exciting new developments. And of course, all the new developments are always going to take place, especially when there are various little puppets involved. Let's see many people's favorite is of course little Frida. Little Frida's here to enjoy the music, ensconced, sitting in the cushions at the foot of the piano, very calmly enjoying the family atmosphere. Hope that you're enjoying this rather familiar glimpse into my living room, into my studio by now. Of course, Lucy is here, very much looking for attention. I wonder if Wendy Pop is going to manage. Yes, Wendy Pop's going to manage to find her way through. Always want to say hello to everyone. Wendy Pop wants to say hello. Yes, Wendy Pop. Maybe Wendy Pop's going to play the piano one day. Oh, I'm pushing my hand out towards the piano, yes. One day I'm going to play those double thirds. I'll show you how to do it. Yes, thank you, Wendy Pop. And, of course, little Lucy is going to come up for a last little appearance. How come Lucy gets 3 appearances? Yes, so thank you to everyone for watching this evening. Thank you for everyone for support, for Barry technical side again. And keep well, look after yourself, stay well, stay focused on all the things which keep you together, calm and centered. These are the things we all need right now. And of course, if you would like to watch any of our previous 200 or so live stream sessions, they are all available at my YouTube channel. Look forward to seeing you next week or on Saturday. Keep well.
Sound is still on.